Hey guys, it's Yolanda, SuperBlogger at DryerBuzz.com. And of course, coming to you today on our answer platform, which is 27Answers.com. You can filter the entire internet with hashtag 27Answers and see what we're all about. Now, if you're catching us on YouTube, check the playlist. There are more podcasts for you to enjoy. Of course, you can follow us always on the answer platform, 27Answers.com. And then, of course, in social media. And this particular one, as we continue in the series that we're doing, we're going to talk about how to turn a follower into a customer. 27 answers to turn followers into customers. And a number of our ebooks always address this because at the end of the day, it's about the data and the dollar. So no matter what you're doing, especially as it relates to social media, at the end of the day, your best analytic is, did you sell? Did you make the sell? Did you make the connect? If you didn't make the sell, did you capture some data so that you can always reach out to see if it's time to make the sale or just to stay connected and so forth. So we're going to talk about that. Any of our 4-packs or 6-packs will get you buzzing. So definitely check those out. As you know, with each of these podcasts, we're kind of taking you a little bit more in depth into the 27 answers to create buzz or any of the 27 answers series. So this one, if you have a 4-pack, this is going to be a great conversation for you, but you can also get the 4-packs and 6-packs at 27answers.com. And you'll notice on each of the covers, the tagline is always how to turn followers into customers. I mean, that's why we do this. That's why you bring your brand, your personal brand or your business or your passion, your product online, is so that you can reach more customers. There's an amazing audience out there that you need to get following you, and then you need to turn those followers into customers. And the biggest pain point I hear from those who come on as entrepreneurs is, I ended up with this following. There's a lot of people like my content, but I'm not reaching my customers. Well, you need to first and foremost learn how to separate your following between your peers and then your customers. And in everything in life, there's an 80-20 rule. And we like to even break down the 80-20 rule as the 60-30-10. And the top number, the highest number should always be your primary goal. And the other numbers should be how you get to that goal. And in our following, we have a large number that we need to shift. That is our following. And part of those are our peers. If you look at it from a 60-30-10, then you really want that 30% to kind of be your peers, people who help you create buzz, or people who might even have an audience for you to access. Just because you go and create a couple of profiles on social media doesn't mean that people are going to actually find and follow you. You need to get in between those timelines to direct audiences, niche audiences that are looking for you. And there's a couple of ways to do that. One, you could do it with peers, and then 2, you can do it by advertising and promoting and upgrading as the professional that you are on social media. If you're truly out there trying to be professional about it, then you're probably looking at marketing and running some promos on Instagram, Facebook, or any of the social media platforms. Look around. You will see that all of those platforms have a pro option. Any of the apps that you download, they all have a pro option. I noticed a lot of people using the same video tools and different things like that. But then I also see that brand on there, and I'm like, okay, well, they didn't opt into the pro. They didn't upgrade. So if you're trying to sell me something and you're not making that investment into your product, then I got to already think maybe you're taking, some shortcuts. So always look for the pro option. That's the first thing to do. Look for the pro option. Go pro. Go professional. I think we in all of the ebooks, all of the books that we put out there, we talk about going pro and becoming the professional. And if you want to turn followers into lifetime customers, not just customers, lifetime customers, you have to be professional, because when you think about a customer, this is somebody that's going to reach into their household budget, their business budget, and make a commitment to giving you their money for a service, and they want to do that with a professional, not somebody who just got a calling for now or just doing a little bit of a passion. They want to just make a couple of bills. If I'm going to go into my household budget and I'm going to switch out a service that I need to run my household and give that service, and enlist you for the services, I need you to be professional. I need to know that you're going to be there for the day, for the hour, for the week, for the month, for the year, for the several years, and so forth. Because that's the connection. When you talk about a lifetime customer, when you want me to become a customer, customers don't like when you just got your hand out and you just want to get the money right now. They want to know, especially now with social media, they want to know that that they can get closer to you, that you guys can become connected, and people are like, wait a minute, I put my business on Facebook, and now, it's like people want me to post something all the time. Yeah, just like you need to go and put that open sign up every day. That's the connection that people want. People want to buy your jewelry, but then they want to see you make the jewelry. They want to see you put that special touch in the pieces that they buy. They want to know that you're connected to the product. It's just not something you're importing, stamping and selling. They do enough of that. They do enough of that in the big box stores. They do enough of that with some of the major retailers. And even major retailers now are having to add extra layers to that, because we are at a point where people want to be connected and they want convenience. And that's how you turn a follower into a customer. You show them that you're going to be connected and that you're going to offer a level of convenience. We are full on into, and have been into for a while, what we call the convenience industry. That's what's going on. When you hear the talk about Amazon, when you hear the talk about purchasing larger entities, when you hear the talk about businesses, restaurants, and things like that, and ride share, and everybody wants an app, and people want product delivered to the curb. They don't want to have to come into the store. Retail industry is racking their brains trying to figure out, and listen, we got all this retail space all over the country, and we got all these people that want to order from their couch and have it delivered to their door. What do we do? How do we get people into the stores? And we actually did a post about how to get people still into the stores. You got to change up. And the mindset is no different than those people sitting around the boardroom table to you sitting at your dining room table, at your laptop, or curled up in your bed. We all have the same end goal at the end of the day, and that's to sell out of the product and inventory that we have available. You want it, if your goal is not at the end of the day to sell out of the inventory you have available so that you can order some more and do it again and do it again and again. So I'm going to give you some idea of what customers are looking for. If you look in our playlist, you're going to see a video dated some, and I don't want to even put the date on it because this video we hope is going to become as relevant as some of the videos that we have out there. But there's one that we talked about probably about almost a little bit more than a decade, if I could say that, ago, about the habits of digital customers. And this is when we were warning that this time that we're in now and enjoying was coming. And we said, here are the habits of the digital customers. They want to be connected. They want to know that you're there. They want to follow you on social media, and they want to buy again and again. So we also talked about that you need to have an option, not just to buy, you need to have an option to sell. So let's get into this. This is going to be a working session. I'm going to tear off a piece of paper here, put my notes that I have jotted down that I want to go over with you, and I got a blank piece of paper, a pen, and I have another device just in case I need to reference the 27answers.com platform. I want you to do the same. All right, 9 minutes in, let's go. 27 Answers to turn followers into customers. First and foremost, you want to make sure you download the 27 Answers. Either of the 4 or the 6 pack is going to help you through this session. Now, first and foremost, before you go out, or even if you already have some followers, you need to right now get to your right price. You need to get to the right price and the right packaging, the sweet spot price and the sweet spot packaging. The only thing I can share with you guys is my experience in this. Now, as a blogger, I found, there are amazing opportunities. There's amazing ways to link to a brand and so forth, depending on your blog conversation. My blog conversation was a little bit different, and it was a little bit, there weren't many brands that I could necessarily align with. Even though, the website was called DryerBuzz.com, you thought, oh, the big natural hair movement and hair products and things like that. Well, we facilitate the great debates that you have in the salons and the barbershops. So sometimes we would have to touch on some touchy subjects. So oftentimes our editorial didn't necessarily align with the beauty industry when we were talking about the justice industry, right? It's kind of hard to say, okay, let's talk about the prison pipeline while we work on our curl pattern. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to match that brand up. So one of the things that I needed to do as a blogger was to find a way, alternatively, to monetize my blog, to monetize not my blog, but the time it took to blog. So I needed to monetize the time. Well, how valuable was my time? What did I want to, as a blogger, how much did I want to earn? See, one of the things that we don't like doing is answering those hard questions. What is it that I needed to earn? Okay, well, are you going to blog and work, or do you want to boost your budget, supplement your income, or replace your income? That was the question. Those are the questions that you need to ask. What's the end goal? You want to supplement your income or replace your income. So that's a number. That is a very clear and concise number. Now you got some expense. In order to do what you're going to do, you got some expenses associated with that. So next thing you got to do, along with supplement or replace your income, you've got to be able to take care of the expenses in order for you to do so. You got to reimburse your expenses, supplement or replace your income. Both of those. A big round number that allows you to do that. And so with my expenses and my goal to replace my income, I knew what my sweet spot price was, but I needed to introduce myself into the industry that I was going in. As a blogger, it's one thing, but as a writer and an author, it's another. I was going to use the literary route. I was going to publish some of my blog posts into a book, try to sell that book, go out for book signings, become an author, and those kind of things. Go from blog to book in order to monetize the time, because in blogging, my only expenses were, of course, my internet connection, my technology, and my time, right? Not to mention the roof over the head, food, and all those kind of things, parking, going to events, travel. The budget just keeps going, all right? And if you don't have if your budget is not going like that, the budget keeps going, right? So all of that at the end of the day needed to be reimbursed. That needed to be there. So I had to come up with my sweet spot price. Now I knew what my sweet spot price was. It's $27. At every aspect, I want to either, earn $27 here, $27 there, $27 an hour, $54 an hour, $100. I'm doubling here, right? Because we're going to get to that, right? So the basic bottom line in monetizing my time and expenses of being a blogger, I needed to have a product out there that could sell at $27. Either you're going to purchase the book for $27, you're going to pay me $27 an hour or $54 an hour, because you always got to double it so that you can bring it back at a discount, right? So in order to find my sweet spot price, first I needed to introduce myself into the industry. Well, if I'm going to publish some books, and I'm going quick with this, I got to introduce myself into the industry. Well, it was an industry where when you introduce yourself into the industry, you come in at 99 cents. Right? So I had to put the product out initially at 99 cents to get on the board, in the playing field, suited up, uniform. I had to go into the minor leagues, all right, before I could get into the majors. So I came in, I put out I had my print book. I sold it at a bare minimum. I did the ebooks. I introduced them at 99 cents. That got me suited up. That got me in the minor leagues. So I then said, okay, now I've got to scale this because my sweet spot price is $27. My brand is 27 Answers. And I knew that once I got to my sweet spot price, I would not have any customers to give me pushback on my price, because at 99 cents, I was getting pushback. Even when I had a calendar of which I would go from 99 cents to around about $5, and then the $5 to $10. Well, at those prices, 99 cents, $5, and $10, I was reaching this customer that really wasn't prepared or really wanted to make the investment in the material. They really weren't ready to learn what it was I was teaching. Then they really weren't ready to make, they wanted the information, but they really weren't ready to do the work or make that kind of investment in themselves. So I'm scaling and trying to figure out, I got to get to, if I want to get to my sweet spot price, I got to get to that sweet spot audience. I got to build that following. And so I went out and I looked, who are the leaders in that industry? Let me go and follow the leader. Then let me go follow their following, and let me build that audience, because in order to find your customer exists in an audience base. You've got to get time with that audience. So I needed to create a peer level that was going to get me in front of the audience that I needed to pay my sweet spot price. I looked at my peers who were already that 30% in my 100% of a following, and I connected with them, and I got closer to them, and I looked for opportunities to get in front of their audience. As we tell you in any of the ebooks, I always look for the opportunity to go from the audience to the stage. And I looked for, in my peers, an opportunity to go from the audience to their stage. And I had a peer to do that, provided exactly that opportunity, and I went pro. I went from purchasing a general admission ticket to their event, to a sponsor opportunity that gave me not only a vendor table, but me for a chance on their stage. And from that moment, I said, okay, now here's my chance. Here's my audition to get into the majors. I'm going to go in there at my sweet spot price, $27. Now, how do I take my product and get it to that $27 level? My product was a book. I very well, as many authors do, I could have set up a table, put out some books, and done a book signing. No, I needed a novelty item. This was an event of women. What do women love? They love bags. They love novelty items. They love boxes. I went out to a craft store. I found some very unique bags, as well as some very unique boxes. I then found other items that complemented what you might do in a learning environment while reading. And so I took those. Remember now, I have my expenses, what it cost to print those books that I wanted to sell. And in the fact that I wanted to sell it at $27, I had a lot of leeway in which I could put in other products. I had another budget. I had more in my budget, right? The book and what it cost to print. And then I had a little bit of leeway. I had about $3 to $5 actually in the price that I wanted to reach, in my $27, from the cost of printing the book, which range, had it priced. And then I had a $3 to $5 budget of how I could complement the book with the novelty items, and then still sell it at $27, cover my expenses, meet my sweet spot price, and replace my income, right? So I went to the event, I set up my table with the novelty, and I put the book in the bag with all the complimentary items, a candle, a nice pen. I had a $3 to $5 budget. I was able to take this like over the top. All throughout the event, everybody was admiring the table. When they went to break at that event, I had to run to my table because the audience was running to the table because I only had a limited amount of merchandise. This was me auditioning. I didn't know it was going to be the home run that it was, right? And then I was at the sweet spot price of $27. So I figured, okay, it's going to be some niche people. I'm going to, meet. Let me tell you, I sold out within the hour. Home run. I could not swipe fast enough. I could not sign fast enough. And I gave them two options. You want buzz in a bag, or do you want buzz in a box? I had these beautiful little boxes, and I created a story around that. If you bought the box, that was going to be your business in a box, meaning every time you were going to work on your business, you would take out your box, lay out your book that you're learning. You had a notepad in there. You had a little diary. You had a pen, everything you needed to sit down and work and concentrate on your business. Same thing in the bag. Maybe you're traveling with your bag, your your opportunities to work on your business. You have your bag. And so the bag sold out first, and then came the boxes. And then the next thing you know, I was taking shipping orders. And it was absolutely amazing. And it was the best thing ever. Now, mind you, again, I could have simply laid the books out on a table, put some peppermint and, and a little sign-in sheet, give me your email and so forth. But here's what I did. I put the book in a bag, put the book in a box with complimentary items for those, once I began to sell out, and for anyone who wasn't ready to purchase, they had a kiosk. I took my iPad, I decorated it in a nice area off to the side for that person who had a million questions, as people come up to you at events with a million questions to keep you from selling. And anybody that had questions, I sent them over to the kiosk. Explore the 27 answer platform. If you don't want to buy now, send yourself an alert, send yourself an email, or purchase online. There were those who didn't want to. Remember, you have your 3 levels of customers. You have your customer that wants it for free. You have your customer that wants it at a convenience, and you have your premium customer. I was dealing with my premium customer that day. My customer that wanted it at a convenience, here's your kiosk. Go over, look at the site. You want to purchase any of the ebooks, which was half the cost of the 27 or lower. They were there. I could keep that moving. Those who wanted something for free, sign up. We'll hit their email list, and I'll let you know when we have our free workshops. The premium customer, this is your line right here. If you want to buy a bag, a business in the bag or a business in the box, in this line right here, I'm all yours. Not only that, if you purchase at the 27, remember I said always be able to go pro. Purchase the $27. You're going to get the bag. You're going to get the accompanying items. And also, I'm going to throw in all of the ebooks, okay? This person over here, they just want 1 or 2 ebooks, purchases at the kiosk. This line over here, if you want to be notified, you want to come to the free workshops, I need you to just put your email on there and you keep it moving, right? And at the end of the day, I got no pushback. At the end of the day, I met my price. At the end of the day, I sold out home run. By getting to that sweet spot, by going pro, by going from the audience to the stage and looking for that opportunity within my peers, in my following. The following that I had built online by coming online and said, hey, listen, I'm a blogger. I'm moving into the entrepreneur space with a product with lunch and an answer platform. Because as a blogger, people ask you about how to do social media all the time. They would ask me how, you guys know, that's why we have 27 answers. They'd ask me how to create a Twitter, how to create a Facebook, things that I was answering over and over again. And a great mentor said, hey, put it in a blog, put it in a book, and take it to the next level. And here I was. And this was all an experiment. So that's my tried and true method of working when I have opportunities to do book signings and so forth. I don't just show up with a book. I show up with a story, with a very unique story to empower that person that's going to purchase my product. And therefore, I don't get any pushback. $27 started at 99 cents. 99 cents. And then I had a calendar of, from 99 cents, I went to $5.27, which I think the ebooks are right now. That still gives me much play on a digital item. That's I got plenty of play in there to work with that price. And then also the $27 price because it goes with the brand. And that amazing story that I just told you, you have that same story. All right, so now you want to be at a price where you can always offer a discount. If you can't say to any customer, and people come to me, the pain point of entrepreneurs, well, people always ask for a discount. They're always asking for a hookup. That's because if you sell online, when they get to your checkout process is going to ask them if they have a discount or promo code. That's your checkout process. So what happens if your customer that you just closed a deal with, thinking you closed a sale with, gets to that point where the system is asking them for a promo code? They're going to feel slighted. So always make sure that in your price point, to turn that follower into a customer, that you've given them some type of incentive, some type of offer of a discount code. If you can't in your price offer somebody 5, 10, 15, or 20% discount, you're not at the right price. Double it, and then offer them a 50% discount. Okay, let's talk about incentive. This buy and sell. If somebody makes a referral to your business, you should have an incentive for that. If you cannot offer an incentive, if you send a referral to 27answers.com, we offer you 50% because we are at the right price. We are at our sweet spot price, and I have a buy and sell opportunity for all of my affiliates. When I realized that this was a way for me to monetize my blog, I'm like, wait a minute. Well, this is a way for others to monetize their blog. This is the way for anybody to monetize their social media. So I developed for the Answer platform an affiliate program, which has been around forever. How many times have you seen an Avon sign that says buy and sell Avon? So if you're asking people if you have an offer to buy something, put a layer in your business with the opportunity for them to sell and make referrals. It's not even that hard to manage because it's a process that you can automate at this point. I'm trying to get through this to keep you guys at 27 Answers. Of course, remember now, you don't have to get it all in this podcast. You can go to the Answer platform. That is 27answer.com. Always have a campaign for people to follow you, for people to subscribe to something, giving you that information so that you can always stay connected. Remember, customers today, they want convenience and they want to stay connected. So always have a campaign first and foremost in growing your following, growing your list, growing your subscribers. Always have a campaign with the current offer that's going on out there. That's how you turn followers into customers. Because one thing about social media, one thing about going pro, becoming the professional in your business, is to make sure that your messaging or your product is always out there. I might not be your customer today, but if the need arises, the first thing I'm going to do is try to remember where I saw your product. So always that's why people run commercials on TV and radio and in all forms of medium, and that's why you see your friend constantly dropping social media on their business, on their product, because when you need that service, you will remember where you saw it and people will go back to it. That's a way to embed that in their mindset. And let me see, I'm looking at my notes. The right price. When you get to your right price, always have, if you're not there yet, if you're still in the minors, ready to go to the majors, figure out a timeline. Get your timeline together that you are then going to double your price so that you can be at the sweet spot price, have offers, have discounts, have incentives, have an option to buy and sell. Those are the things. Those are the habits that customers have now. And when somebody buys your product and they love it, they then want to make some referrals. And not everybody's going to just give you a referral without some type of incentive. Plus, it allows you to tap into that 30% of people who want to see you succeed. And that might even be a 20%. That's your 20. 20% of your customers, they want to make referrals. They want to see you succeed. And guess what? They want to sell your product. So make sure, if you're going back to the 80-20 theory, that customers, that you are remaining connected to your current customers, that you're always growing your following so that you can access new customers, and know where your peers exist so that you can access their audience and your customers that might be in their audience. Your customers are not in every audience, but always look for the opportunity to go from the audience to the stage, and that's how you're going to turn a follower into a lifetime customers. And if you want lifetime customers, the only people, the only businesses, the only entities that have lifetime customers are those that are professional and have goals to exist for a lifetime. You will always have those that will find and follow you and become an evangelist to your product. Support them, love on them, use them, and offer. Always lead with an offer when engaging with them. Again, like I said, you don't have to get it in the podcast. I talk fast, change the speed, go back, listen, rewind, replay, make sure to share. If you like to make money with this podcast, I suggest you become a 20. See, here's my buy. I said, go buy the ebooks. I'm giving you an opportunity to sell the ebooks. If you like this podcast and you know that friends and family will like the podcast, we don't just ask you to share. We ask you to share and earn. So if you go to 27answers.com, click on on the menu, you'll see a link that says affiliates. If you sign up before you share and then share this podcast along with your link to buy on the Answer platform, that is 27answers.com, you could earn 50% of each referral, 50% commission, pay weekly. So definitely we want to be the pros at this, and so we made sure that we had not only the sweet spot price but the sweet spot offer as well. If you have any questions, you want to learn how to if you're serious about implementing this in your strategy, I am available as always for one-on-ones. We also have workshops. We have free workshops. We have workshops conveniently, and then we have premium services for those of you that want one-on-ones. You can get all of that information on 27answers.com. Click the menu and check out the Answer blog, and wherever you've seen, heard, or checked out this podcast, that information is available. I'm Yolanda, again, SuperBlogger at DryerBuzz.com. This has been 27 minutes of 27 answers to turn followers into customers. You got a few bonus minutes. Enjoy and share, and meet me right now at 27answers.com. I'm there. I'm always there, and in your timeline anywhere, filter the entire internet with hashtags 27answers, or give me a buzz at DryerBuzz. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.